All right, let's get started. Think of this as your mission brief. Our objective today? To give you a clear, step-by-step guide for getting the right representation to navigate the world of VA disability claims. So let's be real for a second. Have you ever tried to deal with the VA system and just felt completely lost? Maybe overwhelmed? Trust me, if you have, you are definitely not alone. It's a huge challenge that so many veterans face, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Okay, so we're going to cut right through all of that noise. The whole point of this session is simple: to show you a direct path to getting the help and the representation you need for your claim. Let's begin. The first part of our mission is all about the practical stuff, outlining the exact steps you need to take to get registered and start this whole process. Look, it really just boils down to these 4 simple steps. First, you make contact, then they shoot you a registration link. You fill it out, and finally, you sign the forms they need. That's pretty much it. Let's take a closer look at that first step. So, how do you make that first contact? Well, you've got a couple of really easy options. You can hop on their website, vadisabilityadvocate.com, and book an appointment right then and there. Or, maybe even easier, just pull out your phone and text "Get Started" to one of the numbers you see here. Either way gets the ball rolling. Okay, listen up, because this next part is absolutely critical. You have to sign VA Forms 21-22A and 21-966. Seriously. Legally, an advocate can't even start digging into the specifics of your case file until these 2 forms are signed. This is what officially gives them the green light to represent you. Without it, their hands are completely tied. All right, next up, let's set some clear, realistic expectations. It is so important to go into this whole thing understanding the facts of how it all works. Let's keep it real. You know, this is such a crucial point. Hiring an advocate isn't like just handing off a task and then waiting for a result. Think of it more like you're gaining a partner, a valuable teammate. It's the start of a collaboration, and you both have an active role to play. And here's another dose of reality. The goal isn't just about automatically getting to 100%. It's about getting the maximum benefit you are truly entitled to. And what decides that? The evidence. Everything, and I mean everything, comes back to the evidence. This right here highlights your main job in this team effort. You have to think of yourself as being on the front lines of your own case. Your advocate is the strategist, sure, but you're the one who has to gather the intelligence, the medical records, the doctor's notes, all the documentation that they need to build a winning strategy. So we keep saying evidence, 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 but what does that really mean? Right now, let's break down what that essential evidence actually looks like, because this is the bedrock of any successful claim. You know, every successful claim is built on 3 essential pillars. They're often called the golden legs of service connection. And just like a 3-legged stool, if even one is missing, the whole thing falls apart. Here they are. To prove service connection, you have to prove these 3 things. First, leg 1, a current medical diagnosis. Second, leg 2, proof of an event, an injury, or an illness that happened during your service. And third, leg 3, the critical link, the nexus. That's a medical opinion that connects your diagnosis today back to that thing that happened in service. You miss any one of these legs, the claim can just collapse. So now that you know what you need to prove, let's talk about how this whole partnership actually works, especially when it comes to the fees and your role in it. The firm works on what's called a contingency fee. So what's that mean for you? It's simple. They only get paid if you win your appeal and get back pay. Their success is directly tied to your success, which is a pretty powerful incentive for them to fight hard for you. Let's look at the specifics. A really important detail is that the fees are only for appealing claims that have been denied. They don't charge for new ones. The fee structure is also tiered, which just means it reflects how complex your particular appeal is. So let's put it all together. The partnership is super clear. Your role is active. You generate the evidence, you provide the evidence. The advocate's role is strategic. They take that evidence you found and use it to build the strongest appeal possible. It's 2 distinct jobs working toward one single goal. So after all this, the real question isn't just whether you need help. It's, are you ready to be an active participant in your own claim? Are you ready to do your part? Because when you and your advocate really work together as a team, that is when you create the absolute best possible chance for success.